So Marvel's Disney Plus series Secret Invasion with Nick Fury and the Skrulls is now done. Tout fini. And overall, up until the final episode, I thought the series was good. I mean, it didn't live up to the expectations I had after reading the script, which I had done a while ago, except I didn't read the script for the last episode, but it had its finale. I thought it was okay, pretty okay, good up until the end, not great, whatever. And then they completely and utterly shit the bed with the finale that kind of turned me off of it. And well, it turns out that despite the fact that a lot of people tuned in to watch it, I mean, I looked at the streaming charts. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. A hell of a lot of people tuned in to watch Secret Invasion. But despite that, it has now got the distinction of becoming the first Marvel Disney Plus show to actually score a rotten on Rotten Tomatoes. This comes to us from the folks over at Coming Soon, who wrote the following: Secret Invasion is now Marvel Cinematic Universe's first rotten show on Rotten Tomatoes, with its finale sitting at just 13%. The episode titled Home brought the Disney Plus show average down to 57%. That gives it a rotten score according to Rotten Tomatoes metric. Now, there it said 57, but we have an update, and that update is it has dropped down to 56%.
Woo!
Yeah, keep on moving. Keep on going. Now, if we want to step back and put that into context, let's take a look at how the Disney Plus shows have fared with their critic scores on Rotten. Now, to me, just so you know, the Marvel shows on Disney Plus have been, to be kind, hit and miss. All right? Like WandaVision, Miss Marvel, spectacular. A bunch of them, a couple of them, complete crap. But let's take a look at this for comparison's sake. WandaVision, which I think is the greatest thing they've put on Disney Plus, is 91%. Falcon and the Winter Soldier got an 84. Loki a 92. Hawkeye 92, which I thought was bad. But we'll get into that in a second. Moon Knight 86. Ms. Marvel 98. She-Hulk Attorney at Law, which I also thought was terrible, was 77%. And Secret Invasion down at 56. Now, some of you, understandably so, may be asking the question, how the hell did something like Hawkeye get 92? And really, how the hell does something like She-Hulk get 77? Well, here's how. Disney does a rather ingenious thing. They send out the first 1, 2, 3, whatever episode, a couple of episodes out to TV critics before the show starts to air. And then those critics write their reviews and post on Rotten Tomatoes simply based on the number of episodes that they saw. Now, I have no problem with that practice, especially if the TV critic is upfront and says, hey, this is a review of the first 2 episodes. Because I've only seen, as long as the critic is forthright about that, I have no problem with that practice. You know, there was a little something a while ago where there was this, I can't remember which, I think it was a Vanity Fair critic, or it was somebody who was like writing this horrible review of a series, and then it later came out they'd only watched half of it, right? So as long as they're upfront with it, I'm totally cool. But it's ingenious. It's devious. Because listen, look, I'll tell you, She-Hulk is terrible. But if I had written my review of it after only watching the first 2 episodes, I thought the series got off to a good start. So guess what? My review of She-Hulk, had I put it on Rotten Tomatoes, would have been positive. It would have been one of the 77%. So it's quite ingenious. So I don't know if they've caught on to that whole thing. More and more people are holding off on their reviews. Whatever the pattern here is, Secret Invasion, which by the way, is not the worst Disney Plus MCU show. All right. That title belongs to either something like She-Hulk, maybe Hawkeye, but whatever. So it's not the worst one, but it is now officially the first one to get a rotten score. Now, this becomes yet another example of the Marvel Cinematic Universe having lost its magic, having lost its steam, and apparently having lost its way. It is almost, I had a few people write into me yesterday to say it feels like it's adrift. That the Marvel Cinematic Universe right now feels like it's adrift. And it's kind of a harsh reminder, too, of Bob Iger, the returning CEO of Disney, who said, listen, I honestly think that the Disney Plus series have diluted the quality of what we've got. And then we're seeing that again and again and again. And unfortunately, Secret Invasion, which had a lot of promise, I love the premise of the show. I love the idea. I love making it a Nick Fury-centric show. I love picking up on the story of the Skrulls where we left them off from the era of Captain America, or Captain Marvel, I should say, bringing that in here. There was a lot that it had going for it. It had a lot of the right pieces of the puzzle. It just put the puzzle together in such a way that made it look like some kind of deformed Da Vinci. Rather than, some kind of beautiful work of art. And then don't even get me going on the creative decisions they made with the finale of that thing, which is still completely beyond me. We want to take a second to thank a sponsor of this video, Rocket Money. Rocket Money is a personal finance app that finds and cancels your unwanted subscriptions, monitors your spending, and helps you lower your bills all in one place. And for me, Rocket Money's been a godsend. I've told you the story before about how I found out that I was still paying a gym membership from when I was still living in Burbank, California 2 years ago. And just recently, I had completely forgotten that I was subscribed to multiple music services with different apps. Rocket Money identified the ones I wasn't using and helped me cancel my subscriptions super easy. And I'm not alone. Over 80% of people have subscriptions that they've completely forgotten about, and chances are you're one of them. Like that Stars app you use just to watch one show, or that free gaming trial that you never got around to canceling. Rocket Money will quickly and easily find your subscriptions for you, and for any that you don't want to pay for anymore, just hit cancel, and Rocket Money will cancel it for you. It's that easy. Rocket Money also helps you manage all your finances in one place and automatically categorize your expenses, so you can easily track your budget in real time and also get alerted if anything looks off. So stop throwing your money away, cancel unwanted subscriptions, and manage your expenses the easy way by going to rocketmoney.com/Campea. That's rocketmoney.com/Campea. rocketmoney.com/Campea. But there you have it, guys. Secret Invasion, it's official. The first rotten scored MCU show on Disney Plus. Do you think it deserves that distinction? How did you feel about the series overall? Did you feel like I did, that, hey, up until the finale, it was not bad, and then the finale just completely ruined the whole thing? Maybe you never liked it from the get-go. Maybe you liked the whole thing, including the finale. That's perfectly fair. It's all subjective. Whatever you guys think about this, jump down into the comment section below and let us know your thoughts. Hey guys, thanks a lot for checking out our video. Make sure you look at some of our other videos that we have here on the channel. Like and subscribe. And remember, we do a daily podcast simply called the John Campea Show podcast, available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcasting app of choice. Go and subscribe to it today so it'll be there when you need it.